So hello and welcome to a Mixologist. Now today what I'm going to be doing in this video, we're going to go through the steps of cleaning this slightly basket case carb. Now offline, off camera, what I've done is I've done what I call the initial cleaning. Now the initial clean is just basically, you know, with soapy water, and I use one of those the supermarket you can get it, they're called soap filled pads. Just get the supermarket quality ones, they're fine, you don't need to get a branded one. And basically the aim of initial clean is to just get the thing so you can pick it up with your fingers without getting dirty, and that's the only thing it is. I'm going to show you a couple of items, a couple of things in this particular build, because the initial clean, in a sense, determines what's going to be the cleaning strategy going forwards. So let's have a look. I'll show you here a bit closer to the action. So remember this thing that was full of varnish? Well, even though I tried to clean it, it's still absolutely full of it. It's still disgusting. This fuel bowl, I took out these two bolts that somebody put in there. Obviously somebody has made a thread of it, so I need to see how I'm going to plug those. I probably need to get kind of specific plug screws, although these are quite good. I might have to repeat the same effect. And look at this. So this was the fuel bowl that was in really bad shape with all this kind of varnishy type thing. Well, guess what? It's still in very bad shape. But again, that's okay at this stage, because this is the initial clean. The base plate as well needs a bit more work. It's not perfect. That's not the point. One of the things that I do in initial clean as well is I try to take the obvious things of gasket. So a lot of the gaskets I've already started kind of taking out. There's still a little bit remaining, but it's not too bad. That is going to come on the next phase. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start marinating these bits in the ultrasonic cleaner, and I'll show you the formula that I use for that, because some parts I put it in different containers, and that's quite important for what we're doing here. So let me prep it up, and then I'll show you what I'm on about. Okay, so I want to show you where we're at with cleaning now. So I'm going to show you how it looks like in the tank. So as you can see, this is the primary fuel bowl. This is the primary fuel bowl, the primary metering block, the body. This is the base plate over there, and these are the bits that were very varnished, and also I've got some jets there at the bottom, and they are in straight up petrol. The reason I do that is because it's a very good solvent. And in the tank, what I do is I put this thing here called TFR, traffic film remover. Some people call it a truck wash. Anyway, whatever it is, just you can get it from the interwebs. And now it's time to marinate this and get the truck wash to work, and the petrol to remove all the varnish, which was disgusting. Okay, so now it's been on the ultrasonic for quite a while, and now it's time to see what sort of effect has it had on the parts. So I'm gonna start kind of cleaning these little bits here. Pretty happy with that. Obviously I put them there to one side. Let's have a look at the fuel bowl. I can get rid of the remaining. This is what kind of old school carburation restoring is all about. The inside of the bowl is also reasonably clean. Let me show you. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm taking the obvious bits that I can take off, and then I'm gonna have to let it dry for a couple of days because it needs to be absolutely bone dry, and then it's down to the blasting cabinet here on the back of me. Let's have a look. Oh yes. Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed, but all around here and here and here, there was a lot of crud left, basically, from the initial cleaning, and now things are looking much better. Yeah, it's incredible. This TFR thing actually works. That's why I use it. By the way, I forgot to say my usual disclaimer that I do in all of my videos, which is that I don't get any sponsorship from the makers of any of these products. I just buy them with my own money, and I use them because they work, so that's why I'm recommending them to you. However, if you use any other products that work better than these ones, then by all means give me a shout. I'm by no means I haven't got the last word in terms of products to use to clean, so if you've got some better ones, let me know. Why not? Okay, this main body is actually pretty good. I mean, there is some bits that need to be sorted out a bit. But apart from that, what is always quite important is to get this, the barrels. Barrels are quite important. And this bit, and then once you do this, then cleaning all the other bits that are very difficult to reach. For example, in this carb, all of this area right here, it's very difficult to reach with a brush or anything. So this is where the blasting cabinet comes in. But again, it's not that effective. The blasting cabinet is not that effective if you don't have this additional step of initial clean. Now let's have a look at this varnishy sort of gooey unit. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is I'm gonna try to take a vice grip and I'm gonna try and fish it out. Well, it's better, but it isn't insanely great. So let me show you. Hopefully I can. It is getting there. So I think this unit needs some additional time. Needs some additional time in here. There you go. So I do like the smell of petrol. So this is gonna go for a bit longer. So a little update here on the what I'm calling the House of Horrors Holley. As you can see here, I am trying to kind of grind this thing away, and now this kind of horrible kind of varnishy type substance that was in here, after being dunked for hours in the fuel, and you can see this is the petrol it was dunked on, and you can see all the residue here. Then what I do is I transfer the petrol onto another container and I clean it out. So obviously the process worked, but now before I put it in the blasting cabinet, what I need to do is I need to get rid of most of the top layer of this varnish, because if not the blasting cabinet would be of limited use. And actually this is probably kind of what what you spend most of the time doing. Obviously I make the videos and I build the carburetors, and I build them relatively quickly because I've done so much. But this sort of stuff is what you spend most of your time doing. And it's not in a lot of videos because it doesn't make for very compelling viewing, shall I say. Some guy cleaning muck for years worth of muck on a carb. But and again, you don't see it on the telly, but trust me, in the telly they still got people like me doing this sort of stuff. It's just it's all done behind the scenes. So yeah, in this process, what I'm going to do, I'll look at the fuel bowl. Remember that it was all gummed up, disgusting. So this is nearly ready for the blasting cabinet. And again, I have to make sure that I kind of key in the surface, and then the blasting will take off all the rest of the bits. But it's only a very light coat that can be taken away with the blasting. Yeah, I think this is nearly good enough to go on the blasting cabinet. And also what I need to do is I need to take out all the gaskets here, or what remains of the gaskets. Actually are coming off quite well, so that's a good thing. And yeah, so after I've done it on the blasting cabinet, I'm going to show you kind of the end result, something that is good enough, ready to start more or less the assembly process. So just keep your eyes peeled. Oh, I'll show you this as well. This again, same thing. This you have to be extremely careful because you don't want to puncture it. And in fact, if I put this in the blasting cabinet, one thing I need to do is I need to use much lower pressure for this item. But all of this needs to be properly cleaned, because if not, this is going to dissolve into the fuel and cause an obstruction. Although even at the moment, if I clean this up nicely, it will be much better than what it was before. So in a few moments I'll show you what this looks like after a bit of blasting. Okay, so now I can show you kind of the result. Remember this, that was full of varnish all the way up to here. Now this unit is, apart from this little detail here that I'm just gonna sort out, this unit is ready to go on the carb. Basically I just need to put the jets and gone. Same thing with this fuel bowl. Remember, it was absolutely disgusting. Now absolutely fine. This is ready to go. I just need to take care of a few details there. And the interesting thing about this is that this kind of vindicates my approach to cleaning, because whenever you clean these things and you put them in the blasting cabinet and they come up in good condition like this from the blasting cabinet, it means that the cleaning strategy was right. If you put some item in the blasting cabinet and you are just blasting away and it doesn't come clean, then it means that you haven't actually cleaned it right. But this unit is coming out really well. Even here, if you look at the really difficult bits to clean here, and this ones are coming up real nice. So actually it is worth it. It is coming along. And I'll show you also the jets. 59. This were, yeah. So these were the ones that were completely plugged by this kind of varnishy sort of substance, and now they are, again, they're absolutely ready to go into the unit. So now that I've got stuff properly clean, I'm gonna start preparing it for reassembly. Obviously I need to sort out I got to do some really minor things. Might be one or two kind of gasket bits that I need to take out, but the basics are all here. This is now a clean enough carb for me to start thinking about rebuild. Obviously I need to sort this stuff out. I'm still not sure what am I gonna do with this. Am I gonna try and plug it differently, or I'm gonna reuse this kind of screws things? I need to have a think about that. But apart from that, the base plate also is quite clean. I just need to do some final bits and bobs, but this is coming along really well, and so we're gonna move on to the next bit of the process, which is assembly. So that's gonna be probably for another video. This was a video about cleaning, so in the next video we'll start kind of fixing this thing and assembling the whole unit. So see you in the next episode.